Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm going to talk about what it means to have your Venus conjunct with someone else's Venus in Synastry in the relationship chart. So this one is a really good aspect to have, and I find that, sometimes in like some of the best Synastry books, planet to planet aspects are missed, meaning like if it's your Venus to Venus or Mars to Mars or Sun to Sun, and so it's fun to talk about these because they're very powerful contacts. So with this one, there's like a basic sameness in the way that we love and what we find pleasure in and what we find valuable. And the love natures, the idea of love and what love should be is the same. It's identical. And so generally, this is going to give a positive feeling to any relationship and a feeling of lovingness, gracefulness, an ability to like take the high road in an argument situation. So forgiveness, because you just love each other. And this is one of those aspects that you could have in an otherwise very difficult, painful synastry chart, or like with a composite chart that is just like so mangled and troubled in every way. And you can have Venus conjunct Venus and you just love each other no matter what. And so this is one of those aspects that I would call like a smoothing over difficulties and like a savior. Also, Jupiter aspects to do the same thing. Jupiter conjunctions, specifically strong conjunctions like Venus, Jupiter, Moon, Jupiter, Sun, Jupiter, even like this is one of those ones where it can smooth over a lot. And you can remain in love or remain friends. This is a great aspect for friendship. All types of relationships would benefit from this aspect. Friendship, business partnerships, love relationships, all types of relationships are going to feel the love and positive feelings of this one. Now, if your Venus is heavily afflicted in negative aspects, and like, not that no aspect is negative, but like, generally speaking, like a lot of squares or difficulties to one's Venus, then this relationship is going to bring that out, right? So you have to look at the state of one's Venus, the sign that it's in, the aspects that it's being made, or in our own natal chart. You have to look at that because that is what's being brought up here. So like, you're just going to be more of that sign, and those aspects is going to really, because the conjunction is the most activating, lively aspect, right? Because we're the same. So whatever the state of one's Venus is, that's what's being brought to the surface here. So this could be difficult, like if Venus is square to Saturn or in conjunct with Pluto or whatever, like then it's bringing that issue up. But generally it's going to do that in a loving way, because there is just that basic sameness of how we love. And depending on how the other person's Venus is aspected, maybe they've got some beneficial aspects to Venus too, and then that's lighting up your chart as well. So it's one of those ones that, like, can smooth over a lot. And generally with this one too, like, it could be that you can easily talk about love and relationships with this person. Like, this is someone who you feel like they can understand you and not judge you for the most part. I mean, we could have different Mars that, like, maybe the sexual expression or the idea of how we are in the more masculine role in our relationships is different. But the feminine role, the idea of love, the idea of what love should be, is generally similar. So you can find that when you're with this person, you can easily talk about love and relationships. You're not so shy or not feeling like you're going to be judged, right? And that can lend along or lend a helping hand and go a long way as far as a friendship or romantic relationship. When we feel like they understand our love nature, then we can talk about it and we don't feel judged, right? which we can feel when we have the square with this with Venus to Venus. We can feel like the way we love is just very different or not appreciated. But we could have other good things going on that would help that. But yeah, anyway, so with this conjunction, it's a beautiful aspect, and both people can really feel more loving, like I said, and feel more creative as well. Like when you're with this person, you want to pick up the instrument, or you want to do the painting, or you want to be more beautiful. You can feel more beautiful. You can feel like this person brings out your beauty more, or even sees you as beautiful when you don't see yourself as beautiful. Like they see your good qualities and you see their good qualities. So yeah. What else about this one? Yeah, it doesn't show necessarily like the level of passion like that Venus Mars or Venus Pluto would show. It's not Venus isn't like that. It's more taste, enjoyment, pleasure. Like you can kind of enjoy being with this person doing basically anything. Even if you do have different interests thrown by other areas of your chart, you can kind of just go along with what they're doing and enjoy it because you just enjoy them and you just love them. It simply just is love. And when you look back on this relationship, you feel like you were very similar with this person. There wouldn't be hard feelings really about the idea of love, like, oh, this person didn't understand what I want in a relationship. It's not like that. Like if the relationship does break up, it's not because you didn't have the same idea of love. It's because of other things. But you can look back on the relationship and see it as beneficial, see it as something that brought out a good side of you. Like the person sees you in your beauty, in your light, in your glory, and you can become more creative and more self-loving with this connection. So it's a really good one to have, one of those that I just really like and that can smooth over a lot of difficulties. And but it's not like a Neptunian smoothing over where we're actually pushing things under the rug, or when it's like we're living in a fantasy land. It's like we can smooth things over because we actually just love each other and bring out the best in each other and find pleasure and enjoyment in the same things. And so it's easy to get along with this one. And we can have the same music taste or the same kind of style with this as well, which can be a really good thing too. I mean, it could seem like that can seem more superficial, but having some superficial interests in common, not that those are superficial, I mean, but like, it's like, yeah, what we find pleasure in, what we find enjoyable, it's actually not superficial. It's just like, I mean, it's not the same as like the deep soul love feeling as like Moon Venus or something, but it's like we get along on these things that we find enjoyment in, and we like to spend the days doing things together. Like that lends a huge helping hand to any relationship, because maybe we're arguing about some other thing that we have some other difficult aspect, and then we have this aspect, and it's like, wow, but I like your style, I like what you're wearing today, or I like that song that you put on, and then we're happy again because we just enjoy each other's company. So really good one to have. Let me know your experiences of this one below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Love you guys. I do offer one-on-one sessions as well. My links are below. We'll talk soon. Bye.